Right, today's show is brought to you by audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and 30 days free trial by going to howtokillanhour.com/free.
Free?
To get stuck into more than 180,000 titles for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. So that is howtokillanhour.com/free. FREE.
Is that really free? Like free?
Free, like
super free.
Free like you stole it.
Free like you stole it?
Yeah.
I don't like that description.
Well, like, if you steal something, it's free because you don't pay for it.
All right, fair enough.
You serious?
Good day,
Good
morning,
afternoon.
evening, whatever time of day you're listening to. This is How to Kill an Hour. I'm Marcus Bronzy.
And my name is DJ Ace.
Plenty of ways to kill an hour out there, and right now you were killing one with us.
Yes.
What's going on, Ace?
I'm good. How you been, man?
I'm alright, man. Tired, bro.
I'm knackered.
But you know what? Is it bad that we're just going to complain about tiredness at the start of the show?
Sometimes, like, I see my cousin every weekend and I always complain about how tired I am.
Yeah.
And she was like, do you remember when you weren't tired? And you had
like,
no job.
when
and
was...
you had no money in that. Remember when you weren't tired? You need to stop complaining because God will take the tiredness away from you and you'll be just bored.
Is that what God does?
Yeah, like God, if you complain about your blessings, yeah, because this is basically what you're doing. Because basically we're complaining about being tired because we're working hard. We're complaining about being tired because we're working.
Yeah.
And that's a blessing to be able to work. So when you complain about being tired, it's like you're complaining about the blessing that God gave you in the form of work and employment and money. So you shouldn't really complain about being tired because he could just take that away and then you won't be tired. You'll just be bored and broke.
What happens if you've not had sleep for the last week though and you feel like you're going to die?
No, like at the end of the day, at some point you'll sleep in it, but at least you've got work and at least there's heating in your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel grateful then that I feel like at any moment today I could just fall asleep.
Like, I think we should just kind of not say tired or knackered anymore. You should just be like, I am so blessed. I'm so blessed that I could sleep for a long time. That sounds better.
Okay, you know what? I feel blessed.
I'm so blessed.
How blessed are you?
I'm super blessed. I've been blessed for like since Friday.
Yeah.
I've been blessed.
I've been blessed probably since Saturday.
From Friday, I've been blessed from Friday.
I've probably been blessed for the last 24 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So blessed.
There's a lot of blessing there.
Right, before we intro our guest, we've got some interaction.
Yes, man. Shout out to everybody hitting us up, man, leaving messages and comments and subscribing and tweeting and all that good stuff. So big up to TJ from Preston. Shout out to Louis Romain Scott from London. I think that's, would you say that? Liu. How would you pronounce that?
Louis.
Shout out to Ellis S from London. Big up to Bravo Gavin White, who says a drink to have for Christmas. Oh, this is basically last week we were talking. Was it last week?
Last week we were talking about what drinks we should drink.
Is B52. Tastes great and gets you mashed up.
Yeah,
that sounds like something you put in a car.
That sounds like something illegal.
He says great show, by the way. Shout out to the Essex crew.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, cool.
Apparently you got something to read about Miss Rosa Costa.
She's been retweeting tweets about you, Ace, creeping on her. Is it because there's some truth in that?
Well, I mean, have you seen Rosa Costa? She's not going to be like...
I've seen her from many angles.
She's not going to be...
I've enjoyed Rosa and Costa online. Thank you for those stretching videos, Rosa.
It's weird, isn't it? It's like you're watching her stretch. Yeah, she's not going to be like surprised by guys. She probably gets creeped on by every male that she comes in contact with. So it's this kind of levels of the creepness, and I think mine was like probably about a 6 compared to what I could have done. And I'm going to be really honest, I was very, very tempted to sniff her chair.
I would try and be a chair.
No, I was going to sniff the chair. I was to be honest, I wanted to see, innit? Like, but I didn't, and that would have been creepy.
That's called a wasted opportunity. See, you're talking about being blessed and you know, taking every opportunity. That's a waste of. When will you ever get to smell Rosa Acosta's chair in your life ever again?
Then I thought like that is really sleazy. Then I thought maybe let me just sniff her hair. Let me see what she smells like.
Did you get a sniff?
I didn't get a sniff.
What would have been sleazy if you turned the air conditioning off and made the room really warm and then sniffed her chair afterwards? Because then you're trying to cook up a little stew.
Exactly.
To smell.
Yeah, that would have been really bad.
But yeah, thank you for your interaction, including Rosa Acosta. There's another way to get in contact as well. If you want to send us a voice note, all you have to do is go to howtokillanhour.com/hi. Or if you want to be boring and old school, record a voice note, send it to us. If you want to be even more old school, just use the hashtag How to Kill an Hour on social media. Now, without further ado, we've got a guest in today, haven't we, Ace?
Yeah.
Introduce yourself, sir.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Damien O'Brien. I'm a magician and hypnotist.
A hypnotist.
I see.
I am.
I've known you as a magician, but this hypnotism thing, you hypnotizing people now?
I've been hypnotizing people for a while.
How have I only known about the music stuff? The magician stuff, the magic stuff.
I've just probably never hypnotized, or you've never seen me do it live.
Nah,
so that's the
Ace, he's
difference.
hypnotized me, and I don't know if he's hypnotized me or not. Has he hypnotized us into this situation right now?
Maybe. I almost called a hypnotist the other day recently. I don't know if I agree with hypnotism, so I'm like I had a card and I was holding it for months. Like, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm trying to get off fizzy drinks.
Oh, okay.
And I've told that you can be hypnotized into not.
Yeah, hypnotherapy.
Yeah. Do you do that?
I don't do hypnotherapy.
Oh, okay.
I do it all for comedy. So I like to make people look, crazy. I'll make their head stick to the wall or something, or suddenly they feel like they've had like 100 shots.
Right.
And make them pass out on floors and things like that, or just make them look stupid. It's crazy. Like, I've been hypnotized by Paul McKenna's stepdad when I was 16.
Wow.
And man, the guy made me do some crazy stuff. Like, he made me think I was like 6 years old again back in school, and I honestly believed I was 6. And I used to cry in anger when I was a kid, and I was crying everything. It's insane. Like, but it's weird. You know what you're doing, but you can't help it.
How do you learn how to do that though? How do you learn how to hypnotize somebody?
I personally went on a course.
Wow.
So
you can be taught how to do this.
Yeah, you go like for like this weekend course, and on the very first day you get taken out to a bar to try out what you've learned. Because the thing is, I'm quite lucky. Obviously, where I do magic anyway, I'm confident in performing.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of confidence in just walking up and talking straight and direct. And that's the good thing. Without the style what I do, you don't need to do the whole sleep thing and all that. You can just talk in conversation and get people to do things without them realising it. You know, it was recently done, actually. I got contacted by one of the sort of press papers asking about this guy who walked into a shop and he robbed the shopkeeper blind. He just stuck his hand in his pocket to get the money and walked out. And then it took about 10 minutes for the guy to realise what's just happened. And it was because he hypnotised him. But he's gone in, obviously, beforehand. Yeah. And he's sort of laid in a lot of messages. And he's probably tried something first, like something easy, like taking like a can of Coke or like a chocolate bar, something like that, without paying for it, like, hypnotising the guy. And that's all it is. Like, you just put in messages in their head, subliminal messages. And
so he's used the power of hypnotism for evil, basically.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy.
So you can use it for good or evil. Have you used it for good or evil?
They're both.
Have you used it in a club with a girl?
Yeah.
That's the first thing I wanted to ease off that, but that's the first thing I wanted to say. Yeah, let's go straight.
So, I mean, in what way? So you talk to a girl and you be like, you convince her that she wants your number, or is it always
not as far as that? Like, missus would beat me up, but like, you can mess around. Like, so one of the things I do, which it gets a laugh from everyone. Like, there's got to be sort of ethics, but I do one where I say, like, you can hypnotize a girl, right? Yeah. You can say, right, anytime someone touches you, you're going to have an orgasm, and every time they touch you, it's going to get more and more intensified.
Wow,
that's amazing.
You could save so many marital problems with that,
Oh, hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Sit there, play your PlayStation all night and all afternoon.
Just touch his knee.
There you go, love.
And that works. And is that a real orgasm, or just like she feels like herself?
I was at my mate's like house party, and one of my friends who was there, he's brought his girlfriend down from Manchester, first time she's met anyone. Yeah. And I hypnotised her, and I'd done that, and I said, every time like my mate's going to touch you, you're going to have an orgasm. Yeah. She's in a party with people she don't know, and she was screaming the words, "I am coming."
Are you serious?
I was on the floor crying with laughter. Like,
wow.
But I've done it before in like big corporate events, and it just gets a laugh. Like, with guys though, you got to be really careful. If you used to do it to a guy, like, I won't do it to a guy, but
you'd have to wait 20 minutes before it works.
No. You got to say to them, you won't leak fluids, apparently, because people have done it before and they pissed themselves.
Oh,
wow. Straight, bro. Like, what? So, yeah, I don't want to be doing that and getting punched in the face at the end of it.
Fair enough. So you're a hypnotist and you do magic as well. How did you get into the magic side of things, obviously?
The magic side was when I was a kid. I was like 13, and there used to be a guy who lived opposite me who used to do a few tricks. And, at 13, you're quite young and impressionable, and I saw these tricks, and they weren't like these cheesy things. These were the proper stuff what David Blaine was doing on TV, and I was like, oh wow, how'd you do that? But I was more excited about seeing people's reactions of how they respond to magic. So I was like, I want to be able to do that. And luckily he showed me like one like decent trick, and I spent 3 months perfecting this thing and then creating new routines based around the one trick. And when he saw I was quite serious about it, he told me places where I can go get books and read and learn from it all. And that was it. It was kind of like, I didn't want to be like the one trick pony. I wanted to learn more and more. And it's an addiction. And, now it's kind of hard 'cause you don't get like blown away as much. But every now and then when you see a really good like magic show, like if you go see someone like Darren Brown and it, it's incredible because you get fooled so bad. And that was what it was all about for me. And the first time was being fooled and it's being amazed.
Let me just ask you this. I'm gonna put it out there.
Sure.
Is magic just about being fooled? Or, I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of black people that think that there's like a real evil or dark side to magic. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'll be like, if I told my mum I was coming here to interview like a magician or a guy that does hip, she would have prayed and thrown the holy water on me before I came just to make sure I'm cool. Like, is there a dark side of it, or is it just all your brain doing tricks on you?
I always say, like, when people go, oh, is it real magic? I always say, right, it's a moment of magic, right?
Right.
It's a lot of misdirection, and it's all sleight of hand.
So you're not calling on any kind of
no. I mean, I recently had Anthony Joshua ask me the exact same question.
That's Anthony Joshua.
He's a beast.
He's doing his thing.
Chicks like him.
I've been asked so much about Anthony Joshua over the last 3 or 4 days. It's a joke.
That guy is a unit. I mean, I'm not a big guy. I'm like 5'6", and when I stood next to him, I was just like, "Your hand's bigger than my head."
He's huge.
But yeah, I was doing stuff for him, and he was asking me the same questions. And I was like, "No, it's just clever timing, sleight of hand, misdirection." But it's how you present it. If you present it right, like, you're gonna make people laugh, make them enjoy it. But you can do the whole kind of like how David Blaine does. Like, he don't really talk. He just sort of gives that evil stare, and that's when people are like, well, this is something else.
Like, even Darren Brown, I feel I'm scared to watch them shows sometimes because I think it's.
Well, Darren's got that great thing now where, if I said I'm going to hypnotize you, you'd be like, no, you won't.
Yeah.
But if Darren Brown went, I'm going to hypnose you, you'd be like, oh, wait,
cool,
wait.
Yeah,
exactly. And that's the persona thing, because he's created such a big personality of being known for it. You're like, and he could say the exact same words, but for some reason you believe it more from Darren.
How does hypnotism work then, in terms of like getting people to do? Is that something where because I'll be honest, like, again, is that where you calling upon some kind of, I don't know, some kind of evil poltergeist spirit that is controlling you? Or is that just you? I don't know. Like, are you just working brain basically? Like,
You're just working the brain. You're talking to the subconscious part of the brain.
Right.
So you're, talking like that. You're getting them in a very relaxed state. So it's almost like, you ever had a dream? When you feel like it's so real, like you reach out to try and grab something, and you sort of wake up. It's like, well, where's that gone?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that, and that's why when I was saying earlier, it's like, what's happening, but you can't help it, and that's what it is. I mean, there's some people, like, so basically only 20% of the world's population can be hypnotized, which is a small number.
Right.
So when I've had people, here's the best ways of explaining who can and who can't be hypnotized as well. So when I've gone to like events and shows and people go to me, I want to be hypnotized, they're going under, because they're halfway there already, because they want to be.
Yeah.
But when people have been like, I don't want to be, and they kind of get pushed into it, they're most likely not to respond, because they're fighting against it so much, and they're listening to everything around. I mean, you can use the reverse psychology, be like, most people say they can't be hypnotized, can be hypnotized, and stuff like that. And I'll use the things like the background noise and that, go, the more and more you hear the noise around you, the deeper relaxed it sends you. That's right, letting yourself go calm and everything like that, and you let them. I think I should do a little demonstration.
Nah, you know what? No, I'm scared. I'm actually scared.
I'm a little bit scared.
I'm actually scared.
If you're going to do it anyway, do Marcus.
I just do a demonstration of how I test someone.
All right, please don't
I won't
hypnotize you.
I won't
Don't make me
hypnotize
into
you.
a
I won't
chicken,
hypnotize you. I tell you, like, hold out your hands just like that for me, Marcus. All
right, I'm holding out my hands straight. And can I describe what I'm doing?
Yeah, interlock your fingers together.
All right, cool.
Okay, and squeeze them quite tight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, sort of bring them just up in front of your face, almost like you're praying, right?
Yeah.
And then open your first fingers about an inch apart. Okay, like that.
Oh, like that, yeah.
Yeah, and stare at a gap, constantly stare at it. And what's going to happen? Your fingers are slowly going to start coming together. The more and more you concentrate, the more your fingers will start coming together more and more. That's right, it's starting to come together.
This is nuts.
Ace, I beg you, can you film that, bro? Will that work again?
Go. Open up.
Ace, film this for me, please. Oh my gosh.
Crazy.
I can't believe. Do you know what? And I'm the biggest skeptic as well, Damien, you know. Before I met Damien, I didn't believe in magic, you know, Ace. I thought it was all smoke and mirrors.
This is crazy.
Right.
Okay. So,
all right, tell me to do it again.
So hold out your hands out, right? And interlock your fingers together.
Interlock my fingers together, nice and tight.
And bringing them up just like you was praying. And open your first fingers about an inch apart and stare at the gap. The more you concentrate, the more they're going to come together. It's almost like two magnets pulling them together. And the more and more you concentrate, what's going to happen when they get together, they're going to start to stick. And they're going to get really tight. And they're going to get stuck even more and more and more stuck. That's when you concentrate even harder. That's right. They're going to get stuck. And then you're going to start to realize that you can't actually bring them apart anymore. And they're going to get even tighter. And the more you think about trying to pull them apart, they can't come apart. Until you realize right now that you can actually pull them apart.
Oh, whatever. Ace.
You'd be hypnotized so easy.
So easy. I feel like I'm the guy. And I genuinely feel like I'm the guy that would never get. Like I'm always like, that would never work for me.
Yeah.
Really?
You could be.
How do you find out if someone's hypnotizable? Because you said 20% of people. How do you find out? Yeah, you can get hypnotized.
I do it when I'm sort of performing magic anyway. I don't just do a whole routine just based around hypnosis through the night. I won't go, right, you can only hire me for hypnosis.
Right.
I sort of do it with, it's both or just magic.
Okay.
So, because with magic, you can do a lot of the so-called mind reading tricks and things like that. So you're kind of getting into them. And when you watch their reactions and their responses, they're like really feeding into absolutely everything. You know, you always get that one super excitable person like who's like, oh my god, and that starts freaking out, or they can't take their eyes off and they do that stunned silence and they're just staring. You know, they are the type what's going to listen and pay attention to everything because they can't switch off. They're just hooked.
Right.
And I mean, it's gone to as far as before as like I was doing a gig and it was at a perfect time because we was filming and everything, and this guy is just openly watching, and I watch the eye reactions quite a lot because the eyes give it a lot away of how a person is. And I've not even done no introduction or anything for hypnosis. I've just grabbed his arm and gone sleep, and he's just dropped down and gone to sleep.
That's crazy. Do you think we're getting like, do you think that in everyday life we may get hypnotized? Like, for instance, like, do you think politicians will go on TV and they could be hypnotizing us in terms of vote for me, or even just as something as frivolous as X Factor, as Simon Cowell got like Ollie Murs like hypnotizing us to pick up our phones and vote for whoever his winner is. Do you know what I mean? Like they could do that.
I feel like that's hypnotism already.
It's a lot of subliminal suggestion, right? Because they use that in like shops and that to make you go further back into supermarkets to pick up the deals. So I think that's a lot of that's more subliminal suggestion. Same with like politicians. It's just the way you market the campaign. It's like why do we respond to, I don't know, certain tweets or certain pictures better than others? Like it's weird how it's done. So it's just kind of subliminal what brings you in. But
is that like why I can't go to IKEA without buying something?
Pretty much, yeah. I'm the same though on that one. So, yeah.
Oh wow. So even IKEA's got a hold on you.
It has got a hold on
the magician stuff, the magic stuff. TV work's been coming your way as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it kind of blew up this year. It's been a bit nuts. I mean,
how did that happen?
So there was a company called Objective Productions, and I'd done a couple of auditions for them a few years ago, and they saw me. I'd done the competition show Penn and Teller Fool Us. We had to try and fool Penn and Teller, and so they saw that and they liked the routine I'd done. So one of the auditions was for the latest show called Killer Magic, which was on BBC Three, and I had a similar idea already in mind. So we kind of hit it off and we had this good understanding. And yeah, it just all went like, you know, it was 5 of us competing against each other, and we had to sort of create tricks based around a theme of like money, toys and stuff like that. And then it was a bit like Come Dine With Me because we scored each other out of 10. But the loser had to do a trick or forfeit, which is either injured or killed magicians in the past. Wow. So we done Russian roulette, we done bullet catches, we done electrocutions, we done this thing called the table of death, which is you're just cable tied and handcuffed to a table with a metal door with loads of spikes on a burning rope, which is just going to drop onto the magician if they don't get out in time. And that is crazy because you can't time a burning rope. No one can. It's impossible. So that was insane. I'm lucky. I didn't have to do none of the forfeits. I won like a couple of the episodes. I either won or came second every episode. So I was good. So.
What's TV magic like? Oh, that's Killer Magic. Can we still find that online and stuff?
Yeah, if you go onto my youtube.com/Damien Magician, you can see it on there. There's some clips from the show.
Sick. We'll check that out. What's TV magic like compared to live magic? Is it the same or different? Or?
With TV magic, you've got a bit more control, I would say. So you can do like, you know, bigger performances and stuff like that. And, you know, you've got to be a bit more controlled on, like, obviously cameras don't blink. So when we're doing certain sleight of hand, so a lot of people moan and go, oh, TV magic, it's edited, it goes to the face when we want to be looking at hands. It's like, well, we don't want to give away the trick. Like, because people now, we've got the power of pause live TV, rewind live TV. Yeah. It's,
slow it down,
absolutely everything. So, you know, there's got to be some sort of things. But with TV, you've got the chance to always go bigger. You know, it's really cool. So, I mean, like, if you look at a lot of magicians, what they do live to what we do on TV. The TV stuff's like grander. Like I done one on BBC, which was I had a guy sign a card. He put it back in the deck and in the box, and I put it in my pocket. And then I asked him to open up his box of food, which he had, and got his friend to break open the battered fish, what was in the box, and his signed card was inside that battered fish, and I never touched the box.
How did you do that?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'm not going to do a signed card in a fish like at a live gig. So it just usually we do things where it's like, all right, it's in the back pocket or something like that.
Okay.
So this was, you know, a chance to take it even further, and so that's, I mean, you can go a bit more grand on TV.
What do you think of those magicians that are like? Do you remember that show, Revealing the Magician's Code? Was it Breaking the Magician's Code or something?
The Masked Magician.
The Masked Magician. Yeah. What do you think of people like that sort of get into your circle of magic, find out all the tricks, and then show everyone how the rabbit came out the hat, per se?
I'm not a fan of sort of magicians who want to just go openly out and expose it on broadcasted TV. Okay. To me, you know, a lot of these magicians who've created these tricks, you know, that's their work. They've made, you know, a long time to create that idea. So it kind of sucks to see guys doing that. But on the other hand, with people who say upload a video to YouTube, if they actually put the right description on certain things like sleight of hand stuff, I don't really mind, because to me YouTube is like the digital library of today. So because a lot of these books you used to be able to just walk into a library and check it out for free. Okay. So but as long as it's the right description, if you put Dynamo's Magic Revealed or something like that, or David Blaine's Tricks Revealed, then, you know, that's not really the right way, because obviously, you know, you're going to get views and hits on just putting something out. But if you actually go, right, I don't know, how to produce 4 aces or something like that, right? People ain't really searching for that kind of thing.
Just get ace plus his wife. Unless that's how you make 4 aces, isn't it? I know that trick. Yeah, go on.
But yeah, it's like, you know, people ain't going to be searching for that unless they know to search for that. So it's a bit different.
Wow. Because I'm not going to lie, I used to hate magic because I didn't know how it was done.
That's how most people were.
I used to be like, "Argh," and I didn't really, I was like, nah, no one could fool me. And I met you through a dear friend, Elroy, R.I.P. And then I never asked you to do a trick, but he was like, he's a magician. I was like, yeah, I know, I've seen him around, he's sick. And then you did a trick, like, I think it was like where I signed a card and I put it, I think I gave it to you, and like, no, you gave it to me, and I like shuffled the pack and gave you the pack, and the card ended up being somewhere else. Like, I think it was like in your pocket or on the other side of the room or whatever.
Sounds all right.
Yeah, something like that. When you first do that, when you like convert skeptics, is that like one of your greatest victories? Like when people are like, nah, that's rubbish, and then they're like, oh my gosh, you're actually sick.
I love doing that, because the good thing with, like, you know, people like that, they give me a challenge to sort of work and try and make them, you know, enjoy it. Even when people don't like magic and they go, oh, I'm not really a fan, I go, I'll tell you what, I'll show you one. If you don't like it, I'll walk on. And they go, all right. And that's your chance to really win them over. And I've never had anyone go away. They always go, wait, show me one more. Because you do something so baffling to them where they're like, wait, I don't get it, I need to see another one. Because then the challenge, it sort of becomes a challenge between the two of you, because they want to try and catch you out on the next one. And they're like, no, I need another chance to catch you out on a different trick. So it sort of becomes good. And if you can get them right, you know, the next magician they see, they're going to remember your name and go, yeah, but I met this guy who was great. I've never been fooled by magic, and he fooled me.
Sick. So if you want to book Damien Magician, what do we have to do? What are the lines?
Just go on to www.damienobrien.com.
Damien O'Brien. You got Irish heritage?
I have.
Yeah. With a name like that was... Do I get any points for that?
No.
Right, anyway.
I mean, that was a bit obvious, isn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, I know you're into your gadgets and that, though, Damien.
I am.
So the show, we like to do a little section called Kill a Bit, where we basically ask you how you kill a bit of time. How you been killing a bit of time over the last week or so?
Do you know what? I've been a bit hooked on my PlayStation lately. I've been playing that new Star Wars game, Battlefront.
What's it saying?
It's decent, you know. Like, it's cool because you get to control a lot of the popular characters from the original Star Wars film. So, like Boba Fett or Darth Vader, the Emperor, Luke Skywalker, Leia, Han. So it's a bit like, you know, the Call of Duty or Battlefield, and things like that. But all Star Wars themed. So like it's the Rebels versus the Stormtroopers, a lot of it. But every now and then you get to control one of the main characters, and if you're one of them, you're just gonna start destroying everyone in the game because you're a lot faster, a lot stronger than, like, you know, the Darth Vader thing. You can start force choking people and things like that, and you just destroy people. So it's a good game. It's a good laugh and that. So I recommend it.
Yeah. You know what? They've got some pretty sick headphones as well, actually. Because I played a little bit of it, and I was using these the Turtle Beach headphones. I think they're called like X-Wing headphones here that come out.
Seen them.
And the sounds. You know what makes me excited about a Star Wars game? It's not only the action, but it's all of the like
the sounds. It's the
sound of a lightsaber or the sound of the laser.
Marcus is such a sound geek.
Do you know what? I'm open geek. I just got sent a full-on replica from the very first Star Wars film of a lightsaber, which was the Luke Skywalker one. And you turn this thing on, wow! You just feel like I'm in the movie. Like you're really. I'll show you to you. I've got a little clip of it, like in my hand, but it's all like made of metal and everything. It's the original Luke Skywalker one.
Sick. Can you imagine that getting into a bar fight and somebody takes out a lightsaber?
Sick. I'm going home after that.
But yeah, man, that's sick game. Why am I a nerd for sound days? Because I love that.
You're the geekiest sound guy ever.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't think you guys understand. We've been here since 6 a.m. Marcus has been setting up the sound because he wants to make it sure that it sounds perfect.
I don't like it sounding poo.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like it sounding poo.
I know.
Yeah. But was it? Yeah, they're sick, man. The Sandtrooper headphones are sick as well, man. From Turtle Beach.
Turtle Beach.
Yeah, man. And I like talking to my mates when I'm gaming as well. Can you do a lot of that in Battlefront? You can
you can talk to everyone. Yeah,
because I'm not that sociable. I'm like a mics off kind of guy because I want to focus. But are you like one of those, come on, let's go, guys, bro?
Oh, yeah. But do you know what, though? Games like that, it always gets me nothing. When you can hear like the kids just over talking in the background, they just start giving you abuse every time they kill you, and it gets you angry, and then you start giving it back, and it's like, but they always have to bring your mum into it. Why they always got to bring your mum into it? And it's like, why?
Yeah, man. There's some deep kids on there that have some deep. I didn't have lyrics like that when I was 10 years old.
Nah, me neither.
Actually, fully hurts your feelings as well.
Yeah.
Just go home and think about your life.
I heard a kid say that, I hope the fleas of 1,000 camels infest your mum. What the fuck?
That is funny.
Did you get the download pack as well that came with Battlefront?
Yeah, the Battle of Jakku, I think.
Really?
Like that. Yeah, that came in.
I'm not.
I got everything.
That. I'm not paying no 45. Hey, because the game's like 50 quid.
Yeah.
And before I've played it, I'm being told to buy a DLC pack that's worth 45 quid.
Oh, that's the season pass, though, isn't it? That's for
season
like the
pass,
whole year.
The season pass, yeah.
So
I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm about that before trying a game.
Do you not play the game and then like you ain't, there's no rush to do it, is there? So
exactly.
If you like it, because I've always been like that with Battlefield,
like
games, and the last one, Hardline, was awful. I thought
really?
It was like the Cops vs Robbers type version instead of it being like two different armies.
Yeah,
it was awful. So I was like, no, I ain't paying for that.
Yeah, I think I just want to cop a game and play it first, see what it's like, and then go for the download. So that's how you've been killing a bit this week, then, yeah?
A little bit.
You're quite an avid gamer, though. I do see you out and about and stuff.
I love my games. Yeah, I'm always at the events. Like, I think the last one we was at together was Mortal Kombat. So that was a little bit of a while back. But that game's
the
quality because
for Sega,
sorry,
was it that long ago?
Not the first ever. the first ever. It was Mortal Kombat 1. Yeah. I rode up and went caca.
But Mortal Kombat, that's the game that brings out all the banner. Games like that, because when you are ripping people's heads off and things like that, and pulling out their spines and stuff like that,
punching a hole in their chest and pulling out their heart and watching it bleed.
Finish him.
Look, he's back on the sound effects again, isn't he? He loves it.
He loves it. He's such a sound. Well, alright, don't forget, for all you listeners of How to Kill an Hour, the podcast, Audio Boy is offering a free audio book download and a free 30-day trial to give you the opportunity to check their service. Now, all you gotta do is go in there and pick a book to listen to. If you ain't got time to sit in front of a screen or some paper or look at words, you may want to hear the book being read to you. It's a service for lazy people like myself.
It is, and now they've added Harry Potter to it as well.
Swear down.
Yeah, man.
Is Daniel Radcliffe reading it though?
I think who reads it?
Hermione.
Hermione.
Is that her name?
I thought the guy that who is it? Who's the British the gentleman's quite clever. He does QI.
Oh, gay guy. What's his name again? That's gonna annoy me. Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry. I think he does them. You know.
Oh, wicked. He's got that voice. Isn't
Yeah, Stephen Fry.
Yeah,
Hello, said Harry Potter.
He's got that voice.
Yeah. So yeah, Harry Potter. But I don't really need to sell Harry Potter to you like that hard, do I? Harry Potter on Audible. Check it out for free.
There you go.
Is it a 33 days trial?
33.
On a free audiobook. Just go to howtokillnow.com/FREE. Anyway, back to the show.
That's 33, not as in FRE, not 33. Because they might want an extra 3 days because it sounded like you said 33.
Oh, sorry. 33 days.
There you go.
Back to the show. How you been killing a bit this week, Ace?
Do you know what I want to say? Because I've been on tour with Bridget Kelly. I'm not stunting or anything. I'm just saying she's an awesome R&B singer.
Sexy Bridget.
Very extremely sexy.
Sexy Bridge.
So I've been with her since Friday, but on Friday she had a press day. So we was hanging out in the studio, and like loads of people came through and interviewed her. And there was one magazine called Guap magazine. I want everybody to check this out. GUAP.
Yeah.
.co.uk, and they are the first interactive video I'm maybe making this up, digital magazine.
It sounds like you're just making words and throwing it in front of it.
But I know they're the first something. So basically this is it's a physical magazine, but what you do is you download an app called Layar, Layar, and you open the magazine and you scan the pictures, and as you scan the picture, a video article comes up on your phone.
Sick.
It's so dope. The guy that created it is only 21 years old. So basically, like for instance, he did a Bridget Kelly interview. So in the next episode, what do you call it? The next magazine that comes out, there'll be a picture of Bridget Kelly. You'll scan the picture, and then a video interview of Bridget Kelly will come up.
So is it just like when you open the magazine, it's just pictures and titles?
It's just pictures and maybe some titles, and you literally have to go to your phone, you scan what's on the piece of paper.
That's dope.
And then a video comes up of whatever it is, even an advert, or it's sick.
That is sick.
21 years old this kid was, and he was just like, yeah, this is how. I know, it's crazy. So the magazine itself is like £6, I think. And it lasts, I think they do it quarterly, and the videos change as well. So
they put new content in.
Yeah. So they've got an online magazine, but they've also got this physical magazine that you kind of need your phone with. But it's dope. It's very good. Guap.co.uk. Go check that out. Shout out to, I think his name's Ibrahim. Yeah, big up to him. I think he's the co-founder of the magazine. Only 21 years old, and I was like super impressed, man.
That's sick.
Let me just make
what
sure
else could you use that with?
Let me make sure I get his
page
name
3.
No, I just think because I think he said the technology's been around for ages.
Yeah.
So I can imagine this being something that's gonna catch on now, and like maybe you get to a train station and you scan, you scan an advert, and you can watch that. You can watch the advert on your phone. What do you know what I mean? So or like maybe there's like you're on the train and the kids can scan a picture of a minion and they get a little minion video. You know what I mean? Anything. Like the possibilities are endless with it. Yeah. And I think what they've done with this magazine is just sick. Ibrahim, big up to Ibrahim from Guap magazine. Sick.
That's taking augmented reality to the next level.
Exactly.
Because I've seen those ones where you scan drinks or something like that, and it comes out with a few different selections, but you actually have to physically click them.
Right.
If that comes out of a proper interview straight away, that's amazing.
It's sick.
That's
incredible. Really good.
That's sick.
Yeah. How you been killing time?
I was just being blessed.
I've
been blessed. I've been blessed. Do you know what? I've just been messing around online, just looking at silly videos and stuff like that. And I found a little hack for Google. You know, if you type in a galaxy, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, and press enter in Google, a little something special happens.
Say it again.
Is it a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away? That's from the start of Star Wars.
How did you even find out?
Somebody let me know.
You need to get out more.
He really does.
All right, I've also been practicing acting. I'm not an actor, Ace, but I'm starting to learn to be one.
you're not an actor, but he's 4th billion in this movie,
I'm
which I think is funny.
Oh yeah, I can say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm in a film and I'm 4th billion. Do you know what? If they listen to this and they realise that it's all just a facade, and I can't, it's too late now.
Too
Isn't
late
it?
now. Surely you
Contract's been signed.
pen to paper.
Contract's been signed. The ink's dried. Yeah, I've been spending a lot of time learning my lines, man. Learning my lines. But that's what I've been doing, really. But I really like your killer bits, though, man.
Thank you.
Handle business this week. Very technical for you.
I feel
Ace.
like I had a guap in here somewhere, but
Have you got a guap?
I'm gonna try and find. I feel like there's a guap in this room somewhere.
We'll put a link up in the description for the podcast.
.co.uk. Go check that out.
Yeah.
Young magazine. Like it's revolutionary. I was like this. I was super impressed by it.
Oh, what am I lying about? I played a bit of Fallout this week.
Okay. How's
Yeah,
that?
sick. I've been in the game for 30 hours and I've completed none of the main storyline, bruv. It's so big. I've just been running around. It's such a... I'm not usually into games like that, you know? Like Fallout games, sort of like foraging and hunting and that. But it's just such a sick world to go around in. And like everything's interactive in Fallout 4 as well. So I've got like I think it's called like a junkyard gun or something like that. Or it's called like a... What's it called? Like a junkyard gun, I think? Yeah, so basically you can fire anything that you pick up at people.
That's funny.
But yeah, man, that's what I've been doing there. So I need to get out more, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fresh air is good for you.
Find a girl.
Yeah.
The worst thing is I have one.
Yeah.
Even she's like, get out now, just you not. So, you know, we always have, every year we talk about like the most popular word of the year.
Yeah.
Do you guys know what the most popular word of the year was?
No.
No idea. Do you want to have a guess at what the most used word this year was? It's a word that we've all used.
No, I can't think of one.
Damien, what's the word that you think you used the most this year? While messaging, maybe. That's the clue.
It's got to be LOL, innit?
LOL. What about you? Ace?
Yeah, probably that.
Oxford Yearly Award for the word of the year is the laughing emoji face, the crying one.
Oh,
wow.
Oh, rinse that.
Yeah, we do
What?
rinse that.
Yeah.
The
I use that
most.
a lot.
We do rinse that a lot.
How often do you use that? Because I feel like I
Every
use
day.
that every day.
I've used that at least 10 times already this morning.
Marcus just used that in a message to me at 11 a.m.
It's because of your
Can you see that?
yeah, read the message though. It was quite funny.
Why? It wasn't even that funny.
I just
He said, "Are you at the studio?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm hungry. Anywhere do breakfast around here?" He says, "Cooked." And he said, "Yeah, in the downstairs in your building." And I said, "They ain't got shit. No sausages left. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm currently eating a croissant." And he started laughing.
it was just a description. It was like you got so angry at the lack of sausage, but the croissant managed to calm you down. It was like you were about to Hulk out. Yeah, you had to go.
I wanted a sausage, man. Pause.
Sausage. But yeah, but I feel like if I use anything less than that, if I just put like a half smiley face or a straight face, that'd be rude.
No, I would have just LOL would have sufficed.
But I wouldn't have been laughing out loud.
But that makes me think that you're crying of laughter, and you weren't doing that. There was no tears.
Oh man, I like using the smiley poop face as well.
What the hell was a smiley poop
the
face?
the poop face on WhatsApp or
Oh, like
emoji.
the little
poop
shit
emoji.
face, the little
yeah,
shit.
the shit emoji.
Why? Why would you use that?
'Cause it's just quick, innit? You know, I'll just write you and then poop face, like the poop
You
face.
shithead.
Yeah, that's what I write. Or if I have time, I'll put the little shoes at
I've
the bottom
never
of
used
it.
that, you know.
Really?
These are my most frequently used emojis.
Yeah, I want to know what everyone's is. Yeah.
All right, so I've got crying,
Yeah.
laughter, crying of laughter.
Right.
I've got embarrassed face. I've got monkey covering
What one's embarrassed?
the one with the red cheeks, but
Okay.
it looks, yeah, do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he just looks like worried with the high eyebrows.
Yeah.
I've got eyes covering monkey.
Yeah.
I've got sad face. I've got red angry face. I've got smiling embarrassed face. Have you seen that one?
Smiling embarrassed
Yeah,
face.
it's kind of like a shy embarrassed.
Okay.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Then I've got the two eyes.
Yeah.
Then I've got a wink.
Yeah.
I've got side eye, which I use quite a lot when people talk fraff.
All right.
I've got the kiss heart.
Mm-hmm.
I've got the love struck.
What's love struck? Oh, the eyes.
Yeah, heart eyes.
Yeah.
And then I've just got good old purple aubergine thing.
The wood. That's the penis. That's the
penis.
penis. That's the penis. And I bet the
wood.
next one's the water. The water.
Do you know? I don't use the water. I know that people like.
You just give them the dry wood.
You've got that. You've got
Ace
that.
gives them the dry wood.
I bet that's in your freaker, innit? That's in your freaker, innit?
No, mine is smiling. Mine's actually the smiling, the laughing, crying face.
Yeah.
The shock face, like
I don't use that.
the sort of confused looking one. You know where the sides of the mouth's going down.
Yeah.
Sunglasses one.
I don't
The
use
tongue
that.
out one. Pointing up one.
See,
Snowman's creeping up in there because of the time of year it is and all the Christmassy ones. And just, not really that exciting, man. The bumped head one. The OK sign, the A-OK. That's it, really. What about you, Damien?
Mine is, oh man, see, I've got the crying eyes like everyone.
Yeah.
You know, I've got the monkey with the hand over the face.
yep.
A big like sunshine. I think that's just because I've been talking a lot about going on holiday. Coffee,
Yeah.
the fist, thumbs up, okay. Sleeping one, or blessed one, I should say.
The blessed one. There you go.
What's the blessed one?
The sleeping one.
The little face with the little
He's
Zs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Too tired to sorry, I'm too blessed to even catch up with that one. Yeah, go on.
The angry face and the pig.
The pig.
That's
Mate,
interesting.
because I'm always eating.
I've never used. You know, I need to start like upping my animal levels. I don't use animals enough.
I use the chicken all the time. Every time I tweet about going to Nando's.
All right.
That was a little flame. It's like,
A
yeah.
little flame.
Yep.
You flame cook your chicken? Do you think we could
Flame
ever be in a
grilled,
world where we just communicate with emojis only?
100%.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a conversation of just emojis?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I think it takes a lot of brain power to work out like how to have a full conversation with it.
It could go horrendously wrong as
It
well.
really could.
Like you could rub up someone the wrong way, or
That's what I
like,
mean.
do you ever find that you're just like you go to like default emojis as just a reply to anything? So somebody could be like, "I've had a really bad day today. I just got fired," and you could just fire back the smiling cry face, just as acknowledgement, and then be like, "Oh, sorry."
That's
I've
really
actually-
awkward, isn't it, when you send the wrong emoji face?
Yeah.
Because you can't really put the little star thing next to it and say, no, look, this is what I actually meant to press. This is how it comes across really weird.
How many people do you think got in trouble for it though?
A
For sending the wrong
Yeah.
emoji.
Yeah.
Oh man, or like sending an aubergine when you're actually eating aubergine. What have you had for dinner today? You send them aubergine because you had an aubergine salad,
So
and
that-
people are like, "Rah."
You got to
Okay,
pause that after.
you had some wood. Are you a big driver, Damien?
I drive.
You drive, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like driving a lot?
I don't mind it. I get road rage easy though.
Is it?
Yeah.
Road rage. How about you, Ace?
I don't get road rage.
You don't get road rage?
I think, I'll be honest, if you get road rage, you'd hate me because I find it really funny. Like, if someone's getting road rage, I'd find ways to make them work. Like, there was this massive lorry behind me the other day,
Yeah.
getting really pissed off because I was just driving slowly. I was just chilling, cruising.
Yeah.
And he really wanted to go, and I was just cutting him. I was getting in front of him.
Yeah.
If you're getting angry, I'm gonna make you angry because I don't feel like it's that serious.
But sometimes when that...
You could have
I'm
killed
getting
me.
angry already.
I'm going to be straight. The worst drivers are Nissan Micro drivers. That's it. Outright. They are the worst drivers.
Why is that?
They either always drive like stupid like speeds when you should be going like 30 or something. Like the other day I had one in front of me. It was going about 15 miles per hour.
Hilarious.
And it was killing me. I got so angry. I get really stressed out because it's, to me, you're going to cause more problems doing that.
Are you a get out of the car sort of guy?
I have once.
Really?
Yeah. I drove off. So I look like
That's
the idiot
aggression.
standing there in the road like, damn.
I thought you were going to be like, you hypnotised him to go and crash into a wall or something and said it
You
went
know,
away.
I've openly
Yeah.
stopped as well. Like, people who've got too much behind me being idiots. I've openly just stopped in the road before and won't move.
Really?
Yeah. I don't care. Like,
Passive aggression.
because the thing is, even if they like come out and they do knock me out or something like that, they've still got to move my car. And try and get out of the way. That ain't happening, is it?
Sick.
So
Sick.
I win.
Right, that is Aggie. I think I'm calming to the point where somebody gets out the car. Then I get angry because it's sorry time, innit? It's like somebody's going to say sorry and it's not me. Every single time it's happened, it's
Your
been
back
sorry.
has to get up.
Yeah, I've heard some of the funniest replies to like I think I was in traffic once and somebody was behind me beeping crazy. I couldn't move. He was got out of his car and I literally wound down the window and chucked my arm out and just looked at him and said, "Bruv, get back in your car." He goes, "Sorry." Sorry. I thought it was I didn't even want to hear what his excuse was. But no,
Who's
man.
that guy that's like famous online now for being the road rage guy? Frig, what is his name?
I ain't seen this.
What's his name? He is hilarious, and he wants to fight the guy, and he's he's in a Citroen or something.
What's your name?
What's his name? They're gonna kill us for not remembering his name.
He used to be a boxer.
Pickering.
Ronnie Pickering.
Ronnie Pickering. You gotta check this out. Ronnie Pickering is basically the world's angriest driver, and he wants to fight a guy on a bike, and the guy's like, the guy goes, "Who are you?" He goes, "I'm Ronnie fucking Pickering."
I'm Ronnie Pickering. Who? I'm Ronnie fucking Pickering. Goes mad.
He goes mad. Hilarious.
Yeah, he goes, "I don't care who you are." But anyway, the reason I asked you about road rage and stuff, because this isn't really road rage related, but it's like illegal driving related. Some people have made something called an alcohol lock on there for cars,
right.
And basically it breathalyzes you before you drive. So it's connected direct to your immobilizer, and it prevents you from starting the vehicle without breathing into it. And if you breathe into your breathalyzer and it's over the limit, you can't drive anywhere.
Makes sense.
That's amazing.
If they introduce that to cars, would you be up for them introducing that to cars?
Yeah,
100%.
Really?
100%. Yeah.
I'm not a drink driver, but I know a few people that like that's what they do. Like
100%.
Christmas time, they are drink, and I'm not condoning drink driving. It's dangerous, but like you'd be up for that because I feel like that's a bit of an invasion of privacy, though, man.
Nah.
Really?
I think it's safe, isn't it? It's for it's not just for the driver. Like
It's the people around.
it's the people around as well. And I always hear dumb things like people that have drunk, like, "I drive better drunk, man."
No.
What the hell are you talking about? Like, I've heard dumb people say shit like that. "Oh, but I drive better drunk, man. I drive better drunk than I do sober."
No, shut up.
Fam, you really
I
dumb.
won't even get behind the car if I've had one.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I just won't
definitely
do it.
one.
Oh, I'll have a glass of wine and drive. Yeah.
But
That's
no,
actually, I have done it before, but I
Yeah.
don't like it. I'd rather not be.
yeah.
Because, I don't want to agree. Because I know in my life, that'd be the day I get pulled over.
Trust me.
Yeah. But why aren't these in cars already though? Because apparently this tech's been around for a little while. Do you think it's a deliberate thing?
Cost effective, isn't it? It's going to be something like that. Something stupid. Or people won't, they're going to argue it. Like you said, it's invasion of privacy.
Yeah, but it's because I know I'm safe. I think I'm like literally, I'm a glass of wine and then I'll go for a drive. I'm not the sort of guy to be, if I'm smashed, it's what Uber's there for, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's what Uber's there for. Or I like to have a drink. Like, so if I'm going out, I'm like, I'm not driving. So yeah, I find that odd, man. I don't know. I think it's certain stuff like this should just be in cars already, man. But I always thought it's hackable though, isn't it? You could just get in your car and get your friend to breathe into it.
Yeah, nah, but if your friend does that, your friend's an idiot. Your friend's an idiot. If you're like, first of all, your friend's an idiot for getting in a car with you and you're drunk and he's sober, and he's gonna let the drunk person drive just so that he can get home.
Right.
No. But this is in time with like this week. They've kind of they said that the DVLA.
Yeah.
Is it no? Your GP is letting off information to the DVLA.
What?
Whether if you have some kind of, maybe if you're like you've got an alcohol problem, or they think it's. Did you not know this? Have you not heard this?
Wow.
I've got an alcohol problem. Yeah, this week, like,
Your insurance about to go higher, boy.
now GPs.
Yeah, that one glass of wine is bottle size, but no.
GPs are the government are making GPs release that information to DVLA. Like, if you've got an alcohol problem, or they think you're like in some kind of condition where you're not going to be totally like responsible behind the wheel. I don't know. It could. Then your GP is going to tell that to the DVLA, and then you may not be able to have a license or some kind of restricted license.
What do you reckon about that though?
I feel like that's more invasive than having. I think having a breathalyzer, in the car, that makes sense, because at that moment it tells you whether you're drunk or not. But if I've got an alcohol problem, that doesn't mean that I'm going to drive behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you might.
I might just have I might have an alcohol problem, but I know that I'm not going to drive behind the wheel. I think that that whole doctor patient thing has got to be private. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't think.
Stop,
yeah. Then that means that you want to start keeping secrets from your doctor, which you don't want to do. You want to let them know where you're at, so they don't give you medication that kills you if you have a drink of it.
And then it's like, okay, if the government can tell your GP to give that information to the DVLA, then what? Is your GP going to start? Are they going to say, well, all GPs, all your patients, you have to tell their wives if they have STDs? Do you know what I mean? Like, this is. Like, you're supposed to have that doctor-patient confidentiality thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then if it could go all that way. It's like you. Some people tell things to their doctors that they don't tell anybody.
I probably would.
Exactly.
That's what your doctor's there for.
Exactly,
If you're feeling down, like, you know what, doc, I'm feeling a bit depressed,
Exactly.
for example, you want to be able to say that to your doctor.
100%.
Wow.
100%.
So they could be, for example, like Ace has come in today or Damien's come in today and he's feeling a little bit depressed. He's having rage problems. So you might want to like just check you might want to, you know, follow his car and see if he does speeding or something like that.
Exactly.
Or he's impulsive.
Or I've got a gambling problem, and you go to someone for help, and then that they tell, like, that goes against your credit reference or something, like, nah, you can't get a mortgage now because we know you've got a gambling problem because your doctor told us. You know what I mean? Like, it's too
Crazy.
invasive. It's way too invasive.
The thing is, DVLA is already bad for like the sort of drink thing anyway. Like me, like I just put saying I'm a magician, right?
Yeah.
My insurance goes skyrocket because they think, oh, you're around alcohol.
Yeah.
Really?
Just crazy stuff like
You
that.
should know that,
So
though, as
I
well.
put myself, I put myself down as
Yeah.
hypnotherapist.
It's
So that way,
Right.
goes
goes
straight
down.
comes under as medical.
Do you know, like,
I'm down as a broadcaster / journalist.
that gives us a higher fee, you know?
I thought DJ, the word that
No,
pushes it up.
I think we're like bracketed in the same kind of thing.
Really?
So I say I work.
Good.
I don't even say like
Say that, go on, please.
I don't want to get in trouble. But
Should we beat this out?
what I told my insurance I do is not exactly what I do, but I kind of do. I work in an office building. I might not do clerical work. But I'm in an office building. I work with paper sometimes.
I might not be a janitor, but I go to the toilet sometimes.
But I know if I say DJ or I say broadcaster, then it goes way up, and I don't think that's fair.
DJ is
DJ is
insane.
the
DJ's
worst.
insane.
So I've
DJ's
got a
the
friend
worst, yeah.
like he don't even drink, but yet because he puts himself under as DJ,
Yeah.
his insurance is insane.
It's insane.
silly.
Yeah, my insurance is crazy, but I think broadcast is my way around it. Sometimes I've seen it flux, but if you just say you're a straight DJ, that means you are in a club, you are around alcohol, you're driving late at night. But if you say you're like a journalist or broadcaster, that kind of gives you a bit more of a professional touch to it as well.
Nah, but they still feel like you're going to be out on the roads doing stories and stuff and running around. It's crazy, honestly. I mean, I know that my band probably didn't know my insurance.
Oh wow!
You were banned
I had a band last year.
for how long?
I had a 6-month ban
For what?
For
for
what?
12 points.
Wow!
I had 12 points.
What was your greatest speed that you got caught?
No, I wasn't even speeding. I think I got 6 points for. No, it wasn't. I got caught being on the phone. You don't even get points for that. Do you know that?
Is that straight ban?
No, it's not even a straight ban. I think it's just a fine.
Yeah.
But when I went to court to fight it, and he was like, well, you know, you haven't done this. And I think this is what it was. I had a speeding ticket and I didn't reply to it. And that's an instant 6 points. And I did that twice.
Did you just think it would
And
go
so
away?
basically, when I went there, I thought I was just going to get the fine. And it was like, well, you know, you haven't replied to our speeding tickets twice. So, did you drive here? Okay, well, you're not driving back.
Is that what they do?
Yeah. Carl had to wait and someone had to come pick me up from the
And what happens to your car?
From the court. No, you can take your car home, but you can't drive it.
Whoa. I got a mate that went in for his hearing for his parking. I don't think he was getting banned. It was something to do with he's fighting a parking ticket all the way to the end. It was in court or whatever, and he got a parking ticket while he was in court. Sorting it out.
Pissed.
That is pissed. They saw him coming.
Rah.
Yeah.
You been banging weight? You lost some weight though, innit?
I dropped some weight.
Yeah. What's the plan with you in the gym at the moment? Is it?
Thing is, I'm just in getting cut at the moment because I'm going. I'm going Jamaica in 2 weeks, so
Okay.
I want to look good on the beach. So
Yeah.
Would you hypnotherapy for losing weight? Does that work?
Again, it depends on the person.
Have you seen it work?
I'm not seeing it for weight loss. I've seen it for smoking
Right.
or things like that, or fears and phobias of flying,
Right.
different things like that, and it seems to work. But there's only so long it's going to work for them. Then it comes down to willpower.
Can you be
Right.
hypnotized then?
I can be.
So it's possible for you to be
I can
hypnotized.
fight it. I
Can
can
you-
fight
really?
it really well now. I used to be able to be done in seconds, and now I can fight it quite well.
So it's like Jedi Knights, isn't it? Is it like
Mind power.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here. Really?
The thing is, it's funny. Hypnosis is funny, man. Like, I hypnotized 37,000 people worldwide at once.
That's crazy.
That was via Twitter as well.
How did you like? What? Tell me more about this, bro.
So I basically led people, like for the week. I told people I was going to hypnotize people via Twitter. If they was interested, just turn on notifications for my tweets. So through the week, like my plan was to stick people to their chairs and to their phones, and so through the week I was dropping in like little messages of like, no, just stupid things going, why is it I always get stuck between like certain people on the train, or man, I just felt like I was glued to my bed this morning, I didn't want to get up, and things like that. So he's dropping in this idea of being stuck a lot. And then on Halloween, this was a couple of years ago, I had people like hold their phone a certain way, sit a certain way that I needed them to be, and then they just had to follow the tweets. And now this had never been done before, so this was either going to go really well or really horrible. And then we sort of just kept putting the messages out really quickly, so people were following it, and they started getting stuck. And I said, like, the only way you're going to unstick from your hands is if you tweet the hashtag stuck. And we had people coming in from Brazil, from China, from, you know, Paris. It was crazy all around the world, and it was going on for days. Like people going, oh my God, I've just tried it out. Like even people who weren't doing it live, they went back and followed the tweets to try it out, and it was happening.
Sick. Oh, you must have something that you're going to rustle up this Christmas then, man. Stick people to, I don't know.
Man, this Christmas, what we're going to do is lay on that beach. I ain't doing nothing. I'm just sitting there.
Really?
Catching some sun and getting drunk.
I don't know about you, Ace. I feel quite uneasy when Damien's talking about hypnotism, because I feel like he could be hypnotizing us as, like, right now, I could be running around the room doing a madness.
You're going to go into your acting job later with some new lines.
Imagine that. Yeah, fuck around the pussy. Oh, man. So what have you got coming up live show-wise then?
Live stuff. So I'm doing a lot at Arsenal at the moment. So I'm performing at a lot of the home games. I was there last night, which is great. So it's a new contract. I'm really happy to be working with Arsenal, and I'm a fan as well, so that's cool.
Yeah, can you hypnotise the players into doing well?
We did all right last night.
Yeah, I know, but can you hypnotise them into not getting injured? Because this is a problem.
Oh, man. We need to hypnotise Wenger to spend some money.
Yeah, I understand. That's what you need to really understand.
You need to hypnotise that hand out that pocket.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. But at the moment, most of my stuff is like kind of private work, so it's like bookings and stuff like that. But I'm filming some new TV stuff at the moment. I can't say too much at the moment, but it's definitely going to be an exciting 2016.
Sick.
And, you know, fingers crossed that Killer Magic comes back as well, because, you know, we just won a television award for it and a few other things.
Oh, congratulations.
So yeah, it's done really well. Better on, you know, like most shows, you always get like the odd hater or something, like starts giving you grief and shit about it. Killer Magic, there was none. There was no negativity on Twitter, ever.
Really?
Like one, and it trended every week and things like that, but no hate.
Sick.
It's insane. So yeah, it's going to be a busy 2016. I'm working on a lot of adverts and stuff like that, so people will be seeing a lot more of me.
Will you be able to teach us some magic after the show today that me and Ace can use maybe next week?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah.
You teach me a trick?
So I've been doing a few little tutorials on YouTube as well, teaching people a couple of tricks.
Yeah, what's your YouTube again?
It's youtube.com/Damien Magician.
Sick.
So yeah, I'll teach you the trick.
Wicked.
Hey, so you're gonna have to do some Hail Marys before we get out of here.
Maybe.
Really?
Call my pastor.
You do look a little bit nervous when we talk about
hypnotism. I don't know. Hypnotism is it's funny because it is like, I don't know, man. It's like what not being in control of yourself is worrying to me.
Yeah. Scary. I think we like control.
But you can also prove that hypnosis don't exist as well.
How?
So I mean, because you could be like, can I really influence it? Is it true that I'm controlling it, or are they just a person who wants to be noticed? You can do things like that.
Wow.
Say to people, you know, they're doing it off their own back. They ain't really under no control. Why 1 minute say you're stuck to the floor and the next you're not?
I know, but do you know why you can't? Because you just spoke about the shopkeeper that had no idea he was hypnotized.
How much did you take out the till? How much did you actually grab out the till?
Yeah, I was just the guy coming in, dropping the messages. He done the bad stuff. You know, I was just talking.
Do you ever like watch? Oh, you already asked that, innit, about politicians. I was going to say, have you ever seen stuff on TV and been like, oh, that's kind of a hypnotherapy trick? You ever seen stuff and be like, yeah, come on.
Yeah, Darren Brown all the time.
Yeah? Oh, no, I mean, outside of like other hypnotists and stuff, do you ever see stuff in the media and be like, wow, I could use that?
Not really, no. I mean, I think a lot of them, it's just clever PR and marketing campaigns, isn't it? So it's just, they have strategies. But I don't know. I mean, I have thought about seeing if we can do something like it for things to get people to sort of buy into an idea what we're doing, not like specifically like pay money, but like to jump on board of what I'm going to do and like start taking notice. Like, you know, the Twitter thing alone to do the hypnosis, that was probably one
sick
of the most
little
biggest
test.
things. Yeah, and never thought I'd get a kind of response like that.
Oh, that's wicked, man.
Because the thing is, I said like only 20% of the world can be hypnotized, and usually you've got to be face to face and doing it direct, and you're quite strict with the instructions. So for people just to be reading words, not hearing no voice, it's like an even smaller percentage.
Could you hypnotize people over a podcast, you reckon? Just with words? Like
Possibly,
audio,
but the problem
audio.
is on something like that is you've got to bring them out of it.
Okay.
So you could just leave like a nation like...
Someone's just on the bus licking a window.
There's been people like that, have hypnotized people and they leave a plant in their head, so they could walk past them 5 years later and they could say something and this person will start doing it.
That's terrible. That's
crazy.
Yeah, that's how.
So that's why, like, I mean, when I hypnotize people, because you know you get those people go, oh, I don't remember nothing. It proper messed me up and things like that. I always say to them, it's like why I'm doing it. I'm saying to them, it's a good experience. You're going to remember absolutely everything that's happened here, and you've got to be quite strict on that. And the thing is, now we've got the good thing, a lot of people film it on their phones and that. So you say to them, watch it back, because you will get that slight moment of amnesia. And one of the things I use when I'm hypnotizing people to make their mind go completely blank, like, because you've got to confuse them. So like, right, Marcus, if I was to say to you, what is it you're not thinking about right now?
Yeah,
you can't think of what you're not thinking of. Your mind goes instantly blank. So it's a form of amnesia for a second, and so you get into their head, like things like that.
So you're good at what you do now. You're good at magic. You've been on TV. It's gone well. You've hypnotized like 40,000 people, pretty much. There must have been a time when you weren't good at magic. Like, tell me about a fail, man. Because to be great, you must have had some proper horrendous fails along the way. Yeah,
I mean, like anyone, you know, when I was first getting into it, starting off my craft, I had some bad moments where I was like, oh my God, like, this is awful. You know, I drop cards, like even just trying to, do the spring where you're dropping cards from one hand to the other.
Yeah.
And I go everywhere. And it was just like, damn it. Like, and thing is, only like a lot of the tricks, like me personally, I'm not one to sit in and look at a mirror while I'm practicing. I like to go out and just try it, because then I think a real-time reaction is what you need. You need someone to be like, I saw it or I didn't. So when I was first like testing out new tricks, and people would just be like, yeah, I saw it. And I remember once I was about 14, maybe 15, and I was just sort of I went into like my mum's pub, which she owned at the time, and I went in there and started showing tricks. And everyone, the whole night, is like, yeah, I saw how it was done. I saw that how it was done. I was like, I'm shit. And it was just like, I need to work more on it. So like, you kind of push yourself to do better. But now it's like, the thing is, if a magician says they don't make a mistake, like ever, they're lying, right? The amount of times I'll get someone to take a card and we'll put it back, and I would actually lose, every now and then, I'll lose track of the card. I'm like, oh, bugger. Like, but you don't let them know that. You sort of, maybe you've done it. I'll just find the wrong card. Go, was it right? And they're like, no. And like, you let them go, think they've got you. Like, oh yeah, you got it. What was it? And they go, whatever. And you go, no, it's not even in the deck. And I'm doing whatever I need to do at that point, because when the card goes in,
I honestly freestyle the rest of the
I honestly don't know what the card is anyway. When they do put it back, I would never know. And then I'll just do whatever sort of sleight of hand and go, oh, well, it can't be there, because that was the one that was in my pocket the whole time. And then it just drops them, because they was like, oh, you obviously meant to do that. But even like things like, you know, it's happened to like a lot of magicians, like they drop the cards or something on the floor, like it just sort of falls out their hands or something. The cards are a bit too fresh and too slippery, they're dropping the floor. So I would just go to them, don't worry, like, because you bring attention to that, everyone goes, oh, you're shit, right? So I just go, don't worry about it. Or I won't even say that, I just won't even acknowledge it. Or you can do something where you go to them, like you lose their card, you still try to go, wait a minute, point to one of the cards on the floor. You can just pick one card up and turn it over, and it's now their card. So that messes people up when you do stuff like that, because they're like, that was obviously all planned from the beginning.
So if anyone ever sees you drop a card on the floor as part of your trick, technically you could be freestyling.
Technically, I've messed up massively. I've just dropped the cards. That's what happens when you show off, I suppose, right?
Well, I'm just feel speechless after that hour. I feel speechless. I feel a bit scared, and I also want to learn some magic.
Yeah.
Do you think I should learn some magic for next week? Can that be my killer bit? I'll do an actual magic trick on you.
Yeah, why not?
Damien, will you coach me?
Absolutely.
All right, cool. Sick. Well, yeah, that's it. You kill an hour with myself, Marcus Bronzy.
And me, Ace.
Don't forget, there's plenty of ways to kill an hour out there. you killed one with us.
You have. So that's your line.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I was waiting for you to do it.
I was just giving it a
like
little bit of.
super pause.
Did you like that?
Nah.
No. But yeah, actually, before we get out of here though, Damien, one last time, how can we get in contact with you if you want to see, speak, or hear you?
You know, you can check out www.damienobrien.com or follow me on Twitter, Damien Magician.